Did you know that most store-bought deodorants are filled with toxins your body was never meant to absorb? Yeah, I didn't know either. But today we are making a clean, natural deodorant from scratch with simple ingredients. I'm Sheronda, and welcome to a series that I'm calling From Scratch with Sheronda, where we nourish our bodies, our homes, and our faith with things that are pure and intentional. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So I wanted to make this as price effective as possible. So I decided to just reuse the deodorant container that I had. So I just went ahead and took out what was left of the deodorant that I was using, which was this native. And now I'm just gonna boil it in some hot water to try to get the rest out. Alright, so we are starting out with 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. I got this huge container from Sam's Club a little bit ago and it has lasted so long. And I'm also going to have a price breakdown of how much it costs to make this full recipe at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. Alright, and while I have that back there on the stove melting down, I'm going to go ahead and measure out the 2 tablespoons of the clay and then 6 tablespoons of the arrowroot powder. And the recipe called for 2 tablespoons of shea butter, which I did not have, but I did have beeswax. So I decided to do 2 tablespoons of beeswax. I looked up online what would be a good substitute and they said beeswax, so that was perfect. Alright, so now it's time to combine everything. I'm just going to put the dry ingredients in first. So first the arrowroot powder and then the clay is going to go in. And then I'm going to pour the oil on top of that. Alright, so now our oil is ready, just melting a little bit more of it in there, making sure it's thoroughly melted. And then I'm going to add 15 drops of orange essential oil and 15 drops of lemongrass essential oil. And give that a little good mix, and then we are ready to go ahead and pour that in. I'm going to pour just half of it in and then pour the other half in to see if I can get that thick consistency. Getting everything mixed together did take a good amount of time, but once everything was mixed together, I did have a little bit of oil left over, and I decided to just put that to the side and just use on my skin after I had gotten out of the shower. And this is the consistency that I ended up with, and I thought it was pretty smooth. It was smooth. It wasn't as thick, but it turned out really well after it set. So now it's time for me to just put it into my container. There are some cardboard containers that I saw on Amazon that I have linked down below, along with everything else that I used in the video. And something else that a lot of people do is they just store this in a mason jar and you can apply it with your fingers. Or you can use something like a popsicle stick is probably what I would do. Alright, now to me it does seem like I filled it up a little bit too much. I think I should have left a little bit of room at the top. But it did work well, so I went ahead and put my lid on it and then I stuck it in the fridge overnight. Alright, so this is the next day. I took it out of the fridge this morning and brought it in my bathroom. It was rock hard when I took it out of the fridge, so I knew I needed to give it some time before I could use it. But I was so excited. I am going to give a full review at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around to see what I rate this. But you guys, I just made deodorant. It smells so good. But the two essential oils combined were perfect. I just don't know if it's gonna get on my white shirt, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it and just live out my day and then check later and see if it's on my shirt or what happened. All right, so it's been a couple hours and I took a little peek at my shirt. It's a little dark. It's a little dark. You can kind of see the gray from the clay, but I think at the end of the day, I'm still gonna use this. It smells amazing. It's non-toxic. I'm using it, but I think I'm just gonna be kind of cautious when I'm wearing a white shirt. Yeah, so my rating for this DIY would be a 8 out of 10, only because you can see. It smells amazing, so if you do make your own deodorant, definitely try the lemongrass and the orange scents. Let me know in the comments what I should try to make next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be blessed and be a blessing.